Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is NCK2310. For the returning subscribers, welcome back. I do appreciate. For those that are new, welcome as well. What I do here, I do scrutinize and analyze songs, and I do that in English. Yes, I do dwell with gospel songs, with political songs, and also with Mogidi or party songs. So without wasting any time, let me dive in and we see the song I've prepared for you today. It is a political song. And for those that don't know, I am from Kenya, living in Sweden. And at the moment, a lot of things are going on in my country, Kenya. And so today, I find it nice to represent for you this amazing, beautiful song, which is political song. And without wasting any time, let's dive in. The song says, my Kenyan people, my people, as you try to reform our motherland, which is Kenya, make sure you also deal with the separation between justice and propaganda politics. What does that mean? For example, we all are mourning in Kenya because of the police brutality in Kenya. And we see what they did to the young man, Albert Ojwang. He's now late, brutally murdered in the custody of police, Central Police to be specific. And it is said, and all what we want, Kenyans back home in Kenya, Kenyans like me who are outside Kenya, Kenyans in Sweden where I am, in Germany where I used to live, Kenyans all around the world, we are everywhere. All what we want is justice. And not only for Albert Ojwang, we also want justice for all our agencies that were brutally murdered. We want justice for all our Kenyan people that have been missing. Up to today, nobody knows where they are. And the Kenyan government is still quiet. We've been watching, for those who like watching the news, what was going on today at the Senate. And we are watching because all the times it seems like all the cases come, nothing is never taken seriously. Our people disappear just like that, and the cases are ignored. No justice is ever served. Nobody is usually ever arrested. The cases go like that. We are watching this one with Albert Ojwang, the late. After him, we should not allow the things to continue like that. We also know that when he was arrested, the Kenyan police also arrested 4 other youths. We want to know, are they okay? Are they alive? The song continues to say, the vulnerable people must also get justice, just like the rich people. Justice must be served. It's always been like that in my country, Kenya, that the rich people are the only ones who usually get justice. That means if you are from a vulnerable family, if you are from less fortunate family, your cases are ignored. And we know that when the cases are delayed, so long delayed, it means you won't get justice. Just like we always say, justice delayed is justice denied. That's what we always say. And it is a fact like that in Kenya. There are so many thousands and thousands of cases which have been pending for years and years. The rich people, they have money. They go and visit, I don't know which big lawyers. The cases can be pushed and pushed and pushed years and years and years. There are so many people, our Kenyan people, they've already died waiting for justice, waiting for them to get justice. The question is Albert Ojwang, his parents, remember he was the only child, He has left a small child. Is he gonna get justice? Or is it gonna be just like our Gen Zs? Just like all the other people that have been disappearing in Kenya and justice have never been served? Is it gonna be the same case? It was shocking today at the Senate to hear the CS for Interior, Murkomen, talking about the powers he don't have, that even the president don't have, cannot fire the deputy of Kanja. And Kanja has not yet fired him. Where are we? What are we doing as a country? We are joking. The vulnerable people, just like this song says, the vulnerable people must also get justice. Not only the rich, not only those people who have high positions in government, they should always get justice. The vulnerable people of Kenya need justice. The song continues to say, there are some people who even visit the home of the judges so that their cases are judged just like birds. You know, it's a proverb that you say the cases are not fairly judged so that they can be favored. Remember, wherever you judge here on earth is also judged there up in heaven. So you there as a judge, you should know, if you judge a case wrongly, favoring some people, oppressing others, that case you've judged, you as a judge, here on earth, up there, we Christians believe that up there in heaven, you'll have a case to answer. You'll be asked, why did you judge unfairly? Why did you oppress the vulnerable people? Why did you oppress the less fortunate people? Why did you kill them just because you think they have no one to fight for them? Just because you knew that there is no one who is going to listen to them? This song have been there for many years. And this song talks about justice. Justice for the vulnerable people of Kenya. It's been like, I'm now in my 50s. I'm 50 years old, getting 51. And since I was a young child, I grew up knowing that justice is only found to the rich people. There are so many rich people. They've been doing crazy things. People holding high offices. They do all sorts of things. They kill others. They're never judged. They snatch pieces of lands from vulnerable people. Nothing is ever done to them. They do all sorts of all bad things you can think of. And justice is never served. Why? Vulnerable people, less fortunate people are also human beings. They deserve justice, just like anybody else. The song continues to say, the rich people with the lands, whenever there were issues before, used to be solved by elders. Those who are from villages like me, I'm from Lower Kabete, and when there were issues about lands and stuff like that, there were elders. They're the ones those years who used to solve those issues. If, for example, two brothers with sisters, they want to divide a piece of land and they don't agree, they used to call the elders. Please help us. We want to divide this and that equally, share it all nicely without having to argue or anything. The elders used to do that. But today, just like the song says, such cases are taken to police stations, to the police. You think justice is going to be served? What went wrong with that Kenyan people? What happened? Because before such issues, for example, land issues, it used to be something that the elders of the village used to solve. And if there was any dispute among family members, how to divide, how to share pieces of lands, the elders used to jump in. But today, people are rushing to the police stations. They are full cases. Hey, come, do this. And those same places, police stations, what do the Kenyan people get? People get arrested. We've seen a lot of stories. People are rotting in jails because some rich family members, they go and tell police, oh, that one is bringing trouble. Come arrest him or her. They are put in jails. Then the pieces of land are taken by those selfish, greedy, rich family members. It is wrong. It is not right. The song continues to say, some people even go to visit, for example, the DC, because of small cases. Before, many years before, it used to be district commissioner, PC, and something like that. Nowadays, they go to members of parliament, they go to senators, they go to, name them governors, they go to report. Because of small cases, like, for example, those of eggs. There used to be, if there was a case about maybe someone have stolen your eggs from your chicken farm, for example, such cases, they used to be taken to a headman, like in the villages where most Kenyans originally come from. Almost all Kenyans have their village place, apart from these young generations who are born Tao. But for those, many of us who are from the local areas, they are headmen. It's like every village have a headman. And if somebody have, for example, maybe stolen your eggs or milked your cow, small things, you used to go to the headman and talk, hey, that one and that one have done this. Please, can you talk to him or her so that he or she can change the behavior? That's how it used to be done. But today, that someone has maybe taken your cow or your goat or your sheep or your eggs or milked your cow, I don't know what, small things, you're rushing to reporting because maybe you have the connection. You have the connection to the president. You have connection to governors. You have connection to senators or member of parliament, or call them, name them, whatever. And you take such small cases to them, and you know what will happen. The person you are reporting to is a dangerous person. Gonna make sure that that young man, that young woman, that person is arrested. And as we know, Kenyan police stations, they are not safe places. They've never been safe. All of them, never. That's why if any Kenyan hear about police station, you are scared. You don't wanna anything like that. I can tell a small story. I always like to tell my own story. A few years ago, I was in Mombasa. I always go there, but I'm telling this specific story. So I was there with my daughter. My daughter is German, half German, half Kenyan. And she was with her boyfriend. Grown-ups, both of them. And we had a nice time in Mombasa and stuff like that. And as we were flying back, the boyfriend of my daughter went outside the airport, and there are some areas. It was very early in the morning. It was like maybe 4:30 or something like that. And there are some places marked outside where you can smoke and where you cannot smoke. I think he did not see nicely. And he was there smoking his cigarette. And there came in a police and told him, hey, you are smoking in the wrong place. And he directly put off the cigarette. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. And then he noticed that the guy don't speak any Swahili or any, he's not Kenyan. He's German. The police insisted of him that he should give his passport. And he said, my passport is over there, where we were standing, me and my daughter, and, we were waiting so that we can start to check in. And he did not give his passport. The police followed him with him. They came, and the police realized that I, as Kenyan, and my daughter is half German, German, and half Kenyan. And I asked the police, "What's the problem?" And the police said, "You want to take him to the police station. You want to take the boyfriend of my daughter to the police station." I asked him why. He said, "Yeah, because he was smoking over there and is not allowed." I said to him, "Listen, this guy is the first time for him in Africa, first time in Kenya, and I think by then, both of them, my daughter and the boyfriend, they were maybe like 24 or something. They were 24 years or something like that, around there. So, the police insisted, no, he must go to the police station. I said, please, listen, he's German. He already said he was sorry and he already put directly the cigarette. And you want to take him and the flight is going soon. You want to take him to the police station. What's going to happen when he loses his flight? The police was like, no, he must follow me. I told him, listen, what you going to do? I have to consult the German embassy because he's German and you're trying to make him because of smoking. I want to tell you how it is and what I realized, that police wanted a bribe. But for me, I don't believe in bribing. And I said to him, listen, I'm going to consult because my daughter and this guy, I live in Sweden. So, but they live in Germany. They have to consult the German embassy because this is what you're saying about you take him because he had smoked, and even not inside the airport, outside, but somewhere he didn't see them. It was very early in the morning. And after the police realized that things might get hotter, he then decided to leave. I just want to let you know, Kenyans, that the Kenyan police must shape up in Kenya. Because someone like that, when he came back to Germany, up to today, when he hear about Kenyan police, he's scared. He's like, oh my God, wanted to take me to the police station, could have missed my flight. So pathetic. I know someone would say, yeah, but you have to obey the laws. Listen, some things you have to leave. Kenyan police, please, you have to shape up. Imagine if I was not there. Imagine if they had taken this guy with him. He would have missed his flight. Maybe they would have done what they've done to Albert Ojwang. Who knows? Crazy. I'm just telling this story because the world need to know that the Kenyan police must shape up. You have to be responsible. You have to stand up. You cannot be making small stories like giant. Because, for example, these young men who've now been brutally killed by our Kenyan police at the police custody, at the police station, or wherever they killed him, and they come to pretend to dump him in the central. He was being accused that he did something wrong on internet to spoil the name of one of the officers. And you make a story out of it that you have to take his life away. Are you kidding me, Kenya? There's nothing even to explain about it. Every Kenyan is so angry. And leave alone Kenyan. Right now, the international community are also watching it. Because these things about our Kenyan people being killed, we've been talking about it for such a long time. And later on, when you hear that President Ruto is being accused at the ICC, everybody will be like, oh, they are against Kenyans. Oh, they're against black people. Come on, Kenyans. We have to stand up. We are in 2025. The stories will not be the same like it was in 2013 when Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto went to ICC. And most of the witnesses disappeared. Right now, with all the internet, we have Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, call it, name it. We have so much that right now the police cannot hide anything from us. These are not Moi eras, where people used to be taken to Nyati House and they are brutally done crazy things there and they disappear. We are in 2025. This is what Kenyan police should be reminded of. President Ruto should be reminded of. Anyway, the song continues to say, we got independence, as we know in Kenya, 1963. So why are we so bothered? about degrees. Justice must be served and propaganda aside. You know, when some of these cases usually come up, the politicians start to put games. Hey, they're just being against us because we're the government. They start all this propaganda because they want to brainwash the normal people. They want us not to focus. They start blame games while our people are still dying, while our people are still being killed. As a Kenyan, we have to rise up, we have to stand up, and we say enough is enough. We've lost so many lives, so many young people, and nothing is being done. It seems like whatever happens, then people forget easily and move on. It cannot be the same. It cannot be that we always forget so easily. It cannot be. When they kill all these young people, who should they rule? Who? Which people? Because they're killing so many. Who shall they rule? Who? They're killing our future leaders. The song continues to say, my Kikuyu people, I'm a Kikuyu. This song, that's why I always translate it. I always do this in English so that also other tribes can understand. But this song here is saying on this verse, my Kikuyu people, let me ask you, what do you want? For example, if you go to businesses, if you visit businesses, what goes on there? Just rumor mongers. People talking just rumors about that one and that one and that one and that one. Rumor mongers going around. Then the song says, my own hard work, my own sweat will make some people dislike me. That you just look at somebody, the person has done nothing wrong to you, and you just dislike the person. Maybe because you're jealous that the person is hardworking. Maybe you're jealous that the person has more than you. You just dislike the person just like that. The song says, if you ask them, those people who are already looking at you badly, talking badly about you, if you ask them for any favor, that's when you will even lighten up everything. Justice must be served and propaganda aside. So it is also with all the other tribes of Kenya. We are how many? 42, 43 tribes or something like that? Let us hold hands together because Kenya belongs to all of us. And Kenya is not a property of someone or some people the way they think. Kenya belongs to you and me. It's our country. It's our motherland, a country that our forefathers fought so hard to get it back from the British. As Kenyans, and as a Kenyan, I ask you kindly to continue praying for our country. All what we want as Kenyans is justice. We want justice before anything else. President Ruto talks about houses here, houses there. No, Kenyans are not even interested in those houses. We are interested in justice. First, the justice has to be served. All our people that have been disappearing, that have been killed, we want to know who killed them. Those who are missing, where are they? Those are that's the most important thing, what we want. Kenyans don't want just houses. What do houses bring when you're killing everybody? The other day, you killed this young man, Albert Ojwang. The other time, you killed so many Gen Zs. Other times, so many people have been thrown in rivers and everywhere. Tomorrow, who are you going to kill? Who are you planning to kill tomorrow? We are not interested with those houses. We want justice in Kenya. That's the first thing we want. Just like this song says. Kenyans, if we want to have a country, if we want to continue having our motherland, we have to push on for justice. We have to say, we Kenyans, what we want is justice. We don't want those beans you're coming giving us on the streets. We don't want those houses you are building around. We want first justice to be served. Because with justice, then we are relaxed. We are not scared. We are not afraid. Right now, any Kenyan hear the name police, a police station, you're scared. You're chasing away even tourism. Tourism in Kenya will go down because even tourists don't want to come there because they're afraid. What will happen? Are they going to be kidnapped and disappear forever? We just saw the other day, the British man, a few months ago, he came to Kenya, disappeared. Later he was corrected, butchered in a bush thrown somewhere. Kenyans, this is not a joke. This is the time. If we want to have a country, if we want that our country don't go the Somali way or don't go all the other countries that have been suffering a lot, we have to ask for justice. We have to make sure that all those corrupt crooks leaders all resign. They are out of offices. You cannot have them there. The moment you have them there, you will continue to be killed. We will continue to lose our people, our youths, our parents, brothers, sisters, call them, name them. It's high time we say as Kenyans, enough is enough. They've killed enough. And for them, it seems like it's something they got used to. They have no shame. You saw just the other day, this Kaja, I'm also saying he should also resign as well. He just came there and pretended just to say something like, oh, Albert hit himself on the wall. Pure lies. In that high position, you're not able first to do due diligence to find out what you've been told if it's true or not. Are you kidding, Kenyans? All of them should resign. Even that Murkomen should also resign. Four people should resign. The DCI as well. All of them. How many of our people shall they kill and we are quiet, we Kenyans? We have to demand for justice. If you're a Kenyan, let us make noise. Let us continue to make noise until we are heard. This is an amazing song, very touching song, which is talking exactly what's going on in Kenya. This song, for those who understand the Kikuyu language, it's called Kihoto Mwanya. Justice must be served. Kihoto Mwanya, and it's by our own and only our late Joseph Kamaru. He was an amazing artist. He left amazing memories, songs that we'll always listen to, songs. He left so many songs that we can always go back to whenever, with whichever kind of situation we are in as a country. Please, those who understand Kikuyu language, go listen to that song. It's an amazing song. And please, if you like my work, also support me by touching the subscribe button. You can like, comment, and share as well. And we continue with this journey. I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, which is 10 o'clock Kenyan time, and Swedish or German time is 9 p.m. And we continue with this journey. And please, if you touch over there, I always like, I think it's there or there. Where you see songs message, when you touch there, it is my playlist. So if you like political songs like this one, if you like gospel songs, if you like Mogidi songs, you will find them there. Thank you. Stay blessed and bye-bye.